Welcome guys to the 11th episode of our D365 Finance and Operations, and in this particular episode we are going to start with our form parts. So in till yet we have prepared a form in the last class. So this is the form which we were seeing. So this is the particular form. Okay, so we have prepared a service order detail where all the details will be there. So I can write S1 is the service one and is the major service, and then we can have our vehicle ID, let's say U18 FG4565, and then this is the name of the service. So Tata Tico S1, and then what is the confirmed service date? So confirmed service date is today and the requested service date is 3. Okay, now we will save it. After this, if there is any service order line, you can, what is the service order line, you can have your item number over here, which item you have utilized. And other than this, if you go to the service order lines, you will be able to view it. The line number, which it is asking for, field line number must be filled in. It is not showing over here. You can add it from here, but this the line number will come automatically as we will write the code. Okay, so we will add it, update the form over here. The line number, let's say it's line number 1, and if I save it, this will be saved. Okay, so normally it will work like this. The status field will be, let's say, confirmed, and then if it is cancelled, that also can be enabled. So depending upon our logic, it will work. Okay, so this is the form we have prepared till yet, and going further it will be more customized. You will be able to see this in terms of your purchase order, sales order thing. Okay, now let's go to the our next episode where we are working with the form parts. So there is a form parts which you have seen in your when you click create a purchase order or a purchase line, you will hover over the item number, and item and a part form will be enabled for you. Okay, so why this is used, the two purpose of this is, one is to provide a pop-up form. Okay, you can hover over the foreign key and that will take you to the form level. Okay, to the main form level, and the other purpose is to replace with other forms. Okay, so now we are going to create a form part. Now to create a form part, how to create a form part, you will go to again to the uh, module. I will close it, and what I will do, I will go ahead and on the form level I will click on it, add new user interface, Dynamics 365 user interface form. Let's give it a form name. So this is the form. Let's go over here to form, add it. Once this form is added, now drag the convms vehicle service table to the data node. So let's go to the table node. These nodes are not required. Let's close it. Menu item is required, labels not required, menu extension not required. Only these two base items are also not required. And let's a little bit minimize this also. So we want the convms vehicle service table form. So let's go over here. So this form is now added. We will set the properties, allow edit, no, there is no editable, no, allow, delete, no, edit, create, delete, insert if empty, and end. Edit, create, insert if, and insert if empty. This, I believe all these are simple to explain. You know all these properties. Set the properties of the design node as follows. So let's go to the design node, data source. Let's give the design node. Let's go over here, design node, and the design node will be the caption we will give over here, and data source also we will give. Where is the data source? Let's give this a data source. Other than this, we will show the show delete button, show new button, show delete, but button, show new button, show delete button, show new button, no. And then we will proceed with our form parts. Apply the form part section list pattern. Form part section list pattern. We will go over here, right click on it, and let's apply the pattern over here. Okay, so now I hope you can create your simple form. Okay, and this is the patterns actually why we use it. Form part section list typically used in section area of workspace form. So section list part, double not commonly used, form fact box, grid, so all these are used. Okay, so let's go to the form part section list now, and we will go to the right click, apply the pattern, apply pattern, form part section list. Okay, so now we have added the form part section list over here. Then add a new group named header group. Let's add a new group, header group, and over here we will add a new group. The name of the group will be header group, and after that we will go ahead and apply the filters and toolbar inline pattern on it. Apply pattern, inline pattern. Okay, so this will show in the inline pattern view, and then we will have add a group to this filter and add a quick filter to this control filter. We need to add a new filter, 1 minute, filter, add a group to this called filter group, add a quick filter. Filter, add a group and apply the pattern, apply add a group to this and add a quick, okay, add a group to the filter group. Add a group, add a group to this called filter group. Let's give it a filter group over here. And then what we are going to do is filter group, we will add a quick control to this. Let's add a quick control to this, new, and then let's give it a quick control. Quick filter control. Okay, so quick filter control to this, and then reselect the header group and add an action pane called toolbar action pane. Header group, action pane, and the action pane name will be toolbar action pane. After this we need to go ahead, add a button group, control name toolbar button group, control named toolbar. It's not required, not required, it is not required. Here it is, one grid is required, but before that where it is saying add a group control, button group control, reselect the header group and add an action pane, add a button group control name toolbar button group. Let's add a button group over here, new, and then this is the button group, and give the button group a name toolbar button group. This will add a button group in the form. Okay, now drag the convenience vehicle service table display menu item onto the button group and set the following properties. The display menu item convms vehicle convms vehicle service table display menu item, convms vehicle service order detail service table, vehicle service table. Okay, Now this menu item is added. It will open the link and then set the following properties. Name is equals to action new. Name will be action new, and these properties are actually utilized for your form level. Okay, so we will add the text over here. So where is the text? The text will be shown as new, and then after that normal image will be new. Normal image will be new. After the normal image new, form view option will be details. Form view option will be details. Form view option will be details, and after that open mode equals to new. Open it in the new mode. Open mode equals to new mode, and then finally data source equals to convms vehicle service table. Convms data source equals to convms vehicle service table. So in this way you will be able to create your form. Okay, the form part actually. Now on this, drag the menu item a second time, this time to edit the currently edited service record. To do this, add the following properties. Let's add once more this particular display menu item to it. Okay, and this time the name, the properties will be different. So the action edit name, let's say it is, the name will be action edit, and we will go ahead with the text. Text is the @ system. Let's give it a caption. This is done. Now after this what we need to do is do normal image equals to details. Normal image equals to details, and then form view option equals to detail. Form view option equals to details. Form view option equals to details. Then data source equals to convms vehicle service table, and open mode equals to edit, so it will open in the editable mode. Okay, so now form view option, open mode equals to edit. Where is the open mode? Open mode equals to edit. Now this is done. Once this is done, a new grid control under the design named content grid. Okay, so let's create, this was missing, so let's add a grid control, new, and then we will go for the grid control, and let's give the name of this grid control as content grid. This is the content grid, and under this content grid set the data source property to data source property of this particular content grid will contain this service table, and after that drag the fields as desired from the data source. The list should be as small as possible but should provide enough information. Okay, set the default action property of the grid to action edit. 1 minute, let me add the content, the tables, the fields. We want name, we want service ID, vehicle ID, these we want. Okay, so let's add it in the content grid. Okay, so these three fields we want. Then after that, once these fields are added, set the default action property to action edit. Default action property, where is my default action property? Default action property, the content grid. Default action label. default action property to action edit. So this will open in the editable form. Okay, so now what we need to do, create a menu item using the same name as the form part. Okay, open part, and set the object and label properties as usual. Okay, so let's create a menu item over here. So the display menu item, we will create one more display menu item. So this is the display menu item, add, and on the display menu item, once this display menu item is added, we will go to the object type of form and we will add the con vms open part, and then we will be giving open the set the object and label properties as usual. The label we will give, where is my label? So let me give the same label for now, and then the display text as usual, and then finally we will go ahead, label properties are done, and we will now, this is already related to our form part. Okay, so let's save it and build our solution now. Once the build is completed, we can open this form in the browser level. So thank you, and if there is anything required from here, please do comment. This PPT will be available on the in the PDF format on the YouTube description menu. You can connect me over there. Okay, so thank you.